Doki doki ooh woo. All my heart's for you, my wonderful fiance, Seamus.
How about now? Oh, oh! Okay, you guys should be able to hear me. It worked. Listen, Glay. I had already done that. I had to not unplug it and plug it back in, but unplug it, plug it back in, turn it off, turn it back on. Like, I don't know. It is what it is. So anyways, now that the technical difficulties are aside, how is the audio quality? Can you hear me okay? Am I louder than the music? You're the world's greatest detective. Power cycling fixes everything. Oh, good. It does. Good here? Except the runs. Yeah, power cycling wouldn't fix the runs. Okay, good. Hallelujah. Hi, guys. Welcome back to my kitchen. Running a little later than I would have liked, but my hair did not want to cooperate. I was trying to actually make it look kind of cute, and it was like, yo, what if instead I wanted to be a frizzy mess, and unless you braid all of me, wisps of hair are gonna come out and tickle your neck. So like I redid my hair 3 times. It was awful. We are cooking. Dally, hi. Sweet nothings to you, Tomiti. Ooh, ooh. So we're gonna make my favorite chocolate cake today. It is the only chocolate cake that I like. It is called a hot water chocolate cake because, as the name might suggest, you make it with hot water. I don't know if that changes how the recipe works. I am no chemist nor scientist. I just can follow a recipe and I know how to bake. So this is a recipe that's been handed down through the women in my family, as far as I can tell. My maternal grandmother used to make it. My mom made it. Now I make it. It came from, it says the kitchen of Betty. I don't know who Betty is. Somebody on my mom's side of the family could probably tell me who Betty is. I don't know who Betty is. How long is my hair? Is long. All in frame? I don't know. Yeah, it was all in frame. It's very long. Your bedroom, oh my God. So, we're gonna make the hot water chocolate cake. You can make this with frosting, but I actually don't like it with frosting. Fun fact, as I've gotten older, I like frosting less and less, and I'm pickier and pickier about my cakes. I don't know if it's just because I'm getting used to baking and being a good baker, or if it's just that they've changed something in frosting, or I'm losing my sweet tooth or what, but I don't like frosting the way I used to. This cake I prefer to either have with powdered sugar and nothing else, or the best way is with the old-fashioned pudding sauce. And if you've never had a pudding sauce on a cake, it will change your life, okay? I said it. It will change your life. So this is gonna be a 2-part process. We're gonna start the cake first, and then when the cake gets into the oven, I will bring you over to the stovetop where we will make the pudding sauce while the cake bakes, and then we can hopefully put it all together on stream, depending on how fast it cools. We'll see. We'll see how far we get and how it works out, because this is the first time I'm doing a baking stream that isn't cookies. A snack making a snack hot. Hello, full speed. Have you had pudding sauce before, Glay? My God, shave is the pineapple on. Oh. Glay will tell you, pineapples aren't even a fruit in Hawaii. Like, they're not native. Pull up my timer just so that I have it ready. All right. So, this recipe makes an 8x8 cake, which is a small square pan. If you want it to make your typical 9x13, double it. We're gonna start in my large KitchenAid bowl, combining sugar, flour, cocoa, baking powder, and salt. Take them all out. All of them. I will do my best to keep up with chat as I can. Don't think so, but generally don't question the things I put in my mouth. Fair Glay. Not having any allergies and not having any dietary restrictions would make that much easier. Seamus also likes to just toss anything on the dessert table into his mouth. All right, so we need a cup of sugar, plain white granulated. Oh, and while this is happening, let me start the kettle, because we'll need that hot water before you know it. Into the bowl. I also am very handy, so I made this cookbook after my mom passed away, and I put the pudding sauce and the chocolate cake right next to each other, and this book stays open to that spot because I make it so often. This is my go-to book. Cup of flour. Something new this morning. Garlic bread won't be found. Thank God, full speed, because I might be basically half Italian, but I cannot eat garlic. Oop, I already pulled that. 1 cup of flour. If I have any beautiful European folks watching, I know you're supposed to weigh flour, but listen, that's not how Americans do recipes. Okay? I know the whole humidity changes it, blah, blah, blah. That's not how this recipe works. Plug my vape in. Oh, nice. Nice, Tally. I am a vampire. Seamus should do a cooking stream. So there's the sugar, flour, cocoa. We need a half a cup of cocoa or 2 chocolate squares if you have them. I personally, so I grew up on Hershey's cocoa. And then I became a baking snob and I use now Dutch processed high-fat cocoa. It tastes better, okay? It tastes way better. I said, what, half a cup? Half a cup. 2/3, 1/2. Need a spoon. Your lungs will thank you in the long run. We could make mead. Good for you, full speed. I will always 100% support anybody on the journey to quit smoking. It is not an easy journey. I have never picked up smoking, but both my parents smoked through my whole childhood. My siblings picked it up. I've grown up around people who smoke. Most of my mom's side of the family is or was a smoker. Some have quit, some have not managed it. Like, things that are addicting are hard to quit. And I have all the respect in the world for people who are trying. And I do not fault anybody for trying and failing, because the last time I checked the statistic, it took an average of 29 tries to fully quit smoking for good. 29 on average. All right, half a cup of cocoa. one mess later. So at least it's not falling everywhere. This also reminds me, I'm gonna need the garbage can. At the ready. Okay. Cocoa, check. Always smoke the medicinal stuff if you need it. Like it's right on the edge of radio range. Oh, it's probably our frickin' walls, Seamus. Does it get better when I get a little closer to the laptop? Absolutely, Glay, absolutely. When I go to the sink, okay, so it's probably just the distance because so for those who don't know, to make this easier so I didn't have to re-import more profiles to the laptop because I normally stream on my desktop and whatnot, I am using a remote desktop program through Google to use my laptop to access my desktop and run OBS and everything. But that means that the mic itself has to be plugged in to my desktop, which is in the other room. And our walls here are lath and plaster, which means they have like a lot of metal and they're thick and it interrupts signals. So it'll do the best that it can. And my cat is crying again. Why? Why are you crying, Smeagol? All right, sugar, flour, cocoa, baking powder, and salt. We need half a teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt. Like I said, my hair is being fuzzy. It just stuck to my face. I love that baking powder has a little lip for leveling. Tap that back in off the edge. This already sounds so good. Oh my God, this is like the best chocolate cake you would ever have. It stays moist. It's not overly sweet. Salt is really just a answer. All right. So we need to combine it. Where's my whisk attachment? There it is. Pull out what I'm gonna need. Cool, the water's hot. I'm just gonna use it in my hand so I don't fluff it everywhere. You wanna just give it a good mix. So that it becomes basically one homogeneous color. You do not need a KitchenAid, by the way, for this recipe. I just happen to have one. I have made it by hand. Because I did not always have a KitchenAid in this apartment. So, just so you can see what it looks like. One homogeneous color. So now into this, we have to make it well. So that's when I use so I'm literally just going to spoon up the sides to make a well in the bottom. Okay, my cat's in a mood. He's doing the yowl and race across the apartment thing. And the nice thing about cocoa and flour is that they do kind of allow you to sculpt and mold it ever so slightly. Like sculptable sand that's damp but not wet, but not like stick to you damp either. All right, so you make the well, and we're gonna put the shortening in the center. Shortening is just Crisco. It's solid vegetable fat. We need a 1/4 cup. So I've labeled this, there's 3/4 of a cup in here that was remaining. I'm gonna cut off another 1/4. I will relabel it so that I always know how much I have. Makes it easy. Slice it, slice it, slice. Bloop. Back in there. I do like the Crisco bars. They make my life easy. So now it's 1/2 cup because math. So I'm literally gonna take this in the center, set it down. Yeah, I did throw out that piece. Wipe the grease off of my fingers. And now we need 1 cup of boiling water, which is what the electric kettle was for. And into this, we're gonna put our baking soda. So we actually have like 3 leaveners in this, which is why the top is gonna crack. Baking soda is 1 teaspoon. Scrape off the edge. Bloop. Let it bubble. Hey, look, I still have a spoon. Mix that together. And then this gets poured over the Crisco into the well that you made. And we want to let it just sit and melt the Crisco. So while that gets started on its melting process, I am going to set the oven to preheat 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Depending on how long your oven takes to preheat, you might have already started this process, which, by the way, if you want this recipe, my recipes are not secrets. It's in my Discord under the Bake With Me recipes section. So it's easily accessible. You can always go back and look at it. Because I want you guys to be able to make these things. They're delicious. What this looks like at this point. Ooh, you can kind of see it. Kind of, it's hard. So the Crisco needs to melt. Again, I don't know if the science of it, but I'm just gonna use the knife that I use to slice it and I move it around. Because it makes me feel like I'm helping it. Again, I don't know if I actually am, but it makes me feel like I am. Because we don't go to the next step until this Crisco is completely melted. I will also tell you, I normally make the 9x13 version of this cake because usually I'm taking it somewhere. Usually. But today, Today it's just for Seamus and I. And we don't need a 9 by 13 pan of cake. Shush, Seamus, we don't need a 9 by 13 pan of cake. We can do with an 8 by 8. An 8 by 8 makes 9 nice slices. And for 2 people, 9 slices is plenty. It's a lot of cake. Because this isn't a thin cake. It's not thin. It's gonna rise and it's gonna be like this thick. Like I said, there's gonna be 3 types of leaveners in this bad boy. All right, the Crisco's almost melted, so we'll go to the next step, which is to beat 1 egg. Preemptive scolding? Yeah. Yeah, Seamus, because I knew you were gonna say, what do you mean we don't need a 9 by 13? I have been with you for a decade, Seamus, maybe a little longer. I know how you are. It's a grower and a shower. It is Tally. Peter Griffins, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. All right, I need a fork. We are going to beat that egg. I am using large eggs. Size of the egg, as far as I'm aware, controls the fudginess of a recipe because eggs add moisture. They have a lot of water in them. And it also controls leavening properties because eggs are a leavener. They help it rise, specifically the whites. A 10 by 50 cake? Let's go, full speed. Of course you would. And I'm sure Collect would tell you the same thing. You don't need that much cake. Seamus, I hear you typing. You don't need that much cake. You might want that much cake, but you don't need that much cake. We don't need that kind of negativity, all the cake. Yeah. All the cake is how we got into the position of needing all the exercise, okay? All right, the Crisco is melted. So now, once it's dissolved, now we can pile all of the ingredients in together. So I am going to start with my hand whisking method to just scrape the edges down, bring it in, kind of wet all the ingredients, and then I'll hook it on and start the mixer. Ugh. Fine, there we go. And I feel like I may have unplugged it. No, I didn't. Okay. This was America. Oh my God, Glay. You and Seamus versus a 10 by 50 cake. Tommy Edie wants into. Oh my God. All right. It take long to get it to kind of stack on the edges a little bit more. Make sure all that delicious cocoa powder is in there. So once the dry and the wet are initially mixed, we're gonna add in that egg. And we need to add the vanilla too. So the way I like to do it is put the vanilla in the egg. Positive, hello, how are you? Hydrate, I got you. Thank you for that. So we need a teaspoon of vanilla. My oven is preheated. It just beeped at me. I love the smell of vanilla. For the record,
goodness, leave that
I use
stuffed
pure vanilla
animal
extract.
alone
I know it's
now.
more expensive, but it also tastes better. Like, imitation vanilla is imitation for a reason. It can't hold a candle to the good stuff. So when you add in your egg, remember that you had boiling water in this. Don't let it sit too long before you really get it mixing in, because otherwise you'll make scrambled eggs. And nobody wants scrambled egg cake. Maybe for breakfast, but not for here. Not for dessert. Hello! Yes, yummy things are cooking up in here, positive. Vanilla does smell so good. Death Wish coffee cake? That'll wake you up in the morning. All right, that's it. So I am going to at least move the egg one off and out. So now this needs to go into a greased 8x8 baking dish. Baking dish. And our good friend Pam. You can smell it from there. Let's go. So I really love the Pam cooking spray with flour. It's okay. Put it on the counter and stuff. Again, that's what a paper towel is for. I'm gonna wipe up the edges. Then I'm gonna use a clean one. Gently spread it. This way I know that all the corners, nooks, crannies, and everything have been greased. Didn't actually need that. I forgot how soupy this is. And like, it is very soupy. I'm so tempted. I will lick that, don't you worry. Personal pet peeve. I really get annoyed when I see baking YouTube videos that do not scrub their bowls clean. You have perfectly good back in that bowl, ma'am, or sir, person. Get it out of there. Drives me nuts. I'll tell you a childhood story that goes along with the same vein of thinking. I get this from my mother. My mother could scrape a bowl, and I was not aware of this as a young child because my mother was kind enough to let us scrape things in a bowl for baking. And I thought that that was just how baking went. The bowl was there for licking at the end, right? One day we were making brownies. I was probably like 6 or 7 years old, and my mother scraped that bowl like pristine clean. There was nothing left. Betrayal, man. Betrayal. I had no idea for all those years that she was just being nice. Told her about that years later, and she laughed and laughed. Thought that was the funniest shit ever. Told her now I needed to go to therapy. Which, I mean, that's a complete lie. I do need therapy, just There we go. See? Basically clean. Not my mother in that regard, but I'm pretty damn close. Yeah, so the mic receiver is a good distance away positive because I'm remote desktoping and the walls are funky, so it does crackle a little bit. All right, once you get this into your dish, it is going to go in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 to 45 minutes until the crack top cracks. The dyslexia of my brain. So I'm gonna make sure that I have my thing set. I know my oven well enough to know that the 45 is probably gonna be good, but I am gonna set it for 35 because I can check it and let it go longer, but you can't take time back off. So we've got it set for 35, ready to go. I'm gonna go put this in the oven and then we're gonna get turned around for the pudding sauce bit in a moment. Ooh, that's warm. In it goes, hit the start. Oh, but first this is mine. So good. Because if you don't lick some of the batter, are you really baking? It was while I was scooping interesting. Today's special topping crack. Basically, Clay. Run water in this. All right, beautiful. Good luck at work today, Tamiti. Bye for now. All right. We need to spin around to the stovetop. So I'm gonna put you guys on the BRB screen. I am going to run some ads just to get them out of the way while I do this and adjust everything to be able to be over there. And then I will meet you back here.
Thanks for the fill, Dolan. She didn't say Dolan, but that's
He will. You know. English is my first language and also my worst language.
I feel that. Like, and the worst part is, I'm an English major with a minor in journalism, and I still fuck up things constantly.
Oh gosh.
It's sad, to say the least.
I feel that. I feel that. God, my poor skin is just... The nail beds needed to be dried out, but the skin is like, please, just a little water. And then after this one, we might have... That's an interesting placement for the book to have been thrown. We may have to up it up to, Nightmare.
Brenda just gave me a fucking stroke.
Why is that?
She started humming in her stream and I thought it was the ghost.
It's He-Man. Oh. Did it knock my candy over? Did that ghost touch my candy? I think it may have touched my candy, guys. I just ate ghost candy. But anyways. Seamus wants a real shitty meal. What the fuck, Seamus? The run was out! Oh my god. Papa! Just call me a trash panda. Oh, I can't look in their trash though, because there's people around. Go away. Shoo!
I want the big one.
Oh god, got a knife! Run!
I'm a bunny, so I'm cuter.
I'm a freaking Goomos. Have you seen a giant Goomos yet?
Yeah, they look like giant nipples.
I beg your pardon.
Goomos look like giant nipples.
Nuh-uh.
Mhm.
Look at this guy. He's adorable.
Giant nipple.
He's adorable.
Giant
Or giant nipples.
nipple.
Look at how cute he is.
And look, it's probably squishy like a where a nipple is.
Boobs. Okay, that's hilarious. That is the van. But there is no window to see the back of the van.
All right. Huzzah. You should be able to see. Yes, perfect. Okay. I may need to turn this ever so slightly. Carefully. Yes, okay. So we're gonna need the stovetop. I brought my ingredients over. I didn't bring my... Listen. This is a learning experience. I didn't bring my measuring cups yet. So, pudding sauce is done on the stove. I wanted to at least get the camera over here and then I'll just go back and forth as needed. All right. I need a tablespoon of butter and a tablespoon of flour. We're going to melt them in a saucepan. How much do I need? I always have to question the size of the saucepan every single time. I can use the small one. Oop. Don't fall over, self. Right? Or do I want the medium? We're gonna go medium to be safe. Now that I'm thinking about it. Okay. Saucepan. Turn it on, turn it low. That gets it warming up while I get a tablespoon of butter. Do I have one that's just a tablespoon? Oh, look! A little nubbin that's basically a tablespoon of butter. Close enough. Boop. And then I need a tablespoon of flour. Get my tabley spoon. First, we're gonna let that go, melt. I'm gonna need more boiling water, so we'll turn that on. Now we can turn up the heat. We are a gas range family. I grew up on a gas stove. I prefer a gas stove. I had an electric stove in college, and you know what I didn't do in college because I fucking hated the electric stove? Bake or cook. I went home every weekend, and my mother was ever so kind as to make me a lot, and I mean a lot, of her homemade mac and cheese in sheet pans, like those disposable to-go pans, so that I could bring back an entire 9x13 sheet of macaroni and cheese, and that's basically what I ate for the week. Now, if you're somebody who requires gluten-free, I can guarantee you with the cake itself, you can use a 1-to-1 substitute of gluten-free flour for regular flour. I personally like Bob's Red Mill. I do not, however, know if you can do the same for the pudding sauce. I've never tried it. I know it works in baking. I don't know about for this sort of application, because what we're essentially doing here is making a roux for thickening. And I don't know if the 1-to-1 will make a roux. I've never looked into that. Okay, the butter's melted, so now we need a tablespoon of flour. Sploop. It would also help if I had something to stir with. This should do. Me personally, I like to tip it. I find it's easier to get them mixed together that way. Turn down the heat a little bit. All right. Gradually add water. We need 1 cup of boiling water. Woo! Don't do that. Bucket will use a spoon. Now we're going to cook it until it thickens. You're very much into this, Tally? Awesome. Yeah, no, I did not. And if you're talking about the other kind of baking glay, at that point in my life, I was still pretty sure I was allergic to cannabis. So I didn't smoke at all. I never attempted smoking until enough peer pressure had passed. God, it was probably maybe 4 years ago, I want to say, because I didn't attempt smoking until after I got my Hashimoto's diagnosis. It was after college for massage. Yep, you have to stir constantly with this to help with the thickening, I guess. I don't know, that's what the recipe says. You don't have to stir vigorously, you just have to keep it moving. Yeah, allergic, Tally. So my dad is, as far as we're aware, allergic to cannabis. And I take after my dad like nobody's freaking business. When I was in grade school, high school mainly, when, the kids were toking on that Mary J, I would get like headaches from it. I would start to get a little bit of shortness of breath, like just being around the scent of it. So I really thought I had an allergy. It turns out the kind of weed that we young high schoolers at the ripe age of like 14 can afford, especially back, when it was illegal, is skunk weed. It's real shit quality. And what I was reacting to was the fact that it was shit quality. And there could have been something else mixed in with it, for all I know. But it was probably stuff that was grown under somebody's bed next to their stinky gym socks and whatever other science experiments were going on. And it just wasn't good quality weed. You can be allergic to anything in the world. That Bobby Brown trash tier seed plant. Yeah, exactly. So you can see it's starting to get a thickness to it. By the way, I'm thinking about sharing the process for making a chocolate cream pie with meringue next week because my brother's coming over and I promised him this pie like 2 years ago and I'm finally going to make the damn thing for him. So I'm thinking I might stream that process too. And if you think this takes a lot of stirring, wait till you see how you make an actual proper chocolate custard. But it's fucking worth it. It's so worth it to make an actual proper custard. All right, thickened. Turn this down to, no, actually, we're going to turn it off. So we're going to take this off the heat. I now need to mix together my sugar and egg and the salt. So I need a little bowl. Butter chicken, hell yes. To Green Hulk, we have. You're not wrong, full speed. All right, beat egg, then add sugar and salt. There's my egg. What, Smeagol? You've been doing an awful lot of crying lately, buddy. I'm gonna want a whisk. And I know I'm gonna need the 3/4 cup measure. So the reason why I'm not using a fork for this is because I am gonna be combining sugar in. All right, bro. All right, so it's 3/4 cup sugar. And then it's a pinch of salt. And for those who require an actual measurement, a pinch is 1/8 teaspoon. Sugar is in. Just set that off to the side. Looks like a pinch to me. Boop. And actually, this is where the salt lives. So fun fact, eggs are slightly cooked by sugar. I don't 100% understand the science behind it, like the process by which it happens. I just know that in my perusing of professional bakers on YouTube, I have learned this. All right, so now we've got this nice eggy, sugary mixture. Lemon blueberry cheesecake. Ooh. Pour shit in if I think it's right. Yes. Yep. Exactly. All right. We're going to add this egg mixture to the cooked mixture and then we're going to cook it some more. You can see there's like a little bit of a skin. You can see the thickness because it doesn't just immediately rush off. Turn that shit down. Now we got to cook it some more. And again, you got to be careful, and this is probably why they have you do the egg with the sugar. Like I said, it kind of cooks it. You don't want to make scrambled eggs. But you're going to see like there's a foam on it, but this is going to start to get its own kind of like, it's a little bit clear almost. And every time I turn around like that, it's because my laptop is behind me where chat is. I didn't completely think that through. I probably should have put the laptop over here, but you know, whatever. It works. So now we just have to make sure it gets thoroughly heated, and we want it to thicken a little bit more, which it will do. It's amazing how that little tablespoon of flour is going to make this whole thing have... It's a very gravy-like consistency. That's the best way I can describe it. It's going to be close to gravy. So if you really like gravy on your mashed potatoes, you know the consistency you're going for. And the reason you heat it thoroughly is because unlike, I believe it's Japan and maybe a couple other Asian countries, our eggs are not sterilized to the point that you can just eat them raw without cooking. So you've got to make sure you heat the egg through for food safety purposes. But also, like I said, you need it to thicken up a little. So you can see it's getting to that gravy-like quality. Oh, that got hot. Oof. Come here, spoon. See? Thick. Turn off the heat. Get that a little further away from the back where the heat is escaping. Now we need the vanilla. Thick, sweet, sugary gravy. Pretty much. We need a teaspoon of extract. So because this is a chocolate cake, we are going to use vanilla. You can actually use any flavor extract you want, but the recommendations that came with the recipe is vanilla for chocolate and lemon for a white cake. Heat is off at this point. So all it has now is the residual heat from the pot itself. That's one of the nice things about gas ranges. Unlike electric ranges, when you turn the heat off, like, that's it. It just disperses. There's no surface to retain it really because there's air. I mean, obviously you're not going to just touch the metal grates, but it's not like an electric surface. Induction heating excluded. I don't understand how induction heating works, why it doesn't burn you, but like I know that when you turn the heat off on that, it's like gone. Ah, delicious. So there it is. You can see it. It's not a liquid, but it's not a solid. It's in that beautiful in-between state. So that's the pudding sauce. Cake is in the oven, looking phenomenal. If I thought I could properly move the tablet to show you the cake, I would. Cake has about 5-6 minutes to go in there. So I'm going to carefully bring these over to the sink. And this bad boy is a little bit warm. We're going to use the pot grip. Set that on the silicone drying rack instead of in the sink, because the sink is cold, and Pyrex is supposed to be borosilicate, but it may or may not be borosilicate. You just don't know these days. I'm going to put my ingredients away real fast. I know you can't see me, but I can still talk to you. This is how you don't get overwhelmed. Just clean up as you go to the best of your ability. I have a cute little rolling tea cart that everything was on. That's how I brought it with me. And it's funny because we didn't originally buy the tea cart for this purpose. I originally bought a little wooden tea cart for my massage office for my cupping. And what arrived was missing the hardware. And so instead of just shipping us the hardware, they shipped me a whole nother cart. And Seamus looked at the hardware that finally came for it when we got the whole other one and was like, I can go buy that. So we went out and bought the hardware and we got a cart for free, basically. The pan itself, not the surface under. Interesting, Glay. That's fascinating. All right, I don't need the cookbook anymore. I suppose I can turn it and I can start doing some of the dishes. This is not actually attached. You're gonna see my back. Get a close-up of my cranium. But at the very least, like, you can hang out with me while I start cleaning these up for the last 3 minutes. I'll at least get this started. Oh. Where is it? Oh, the water heat. The cake tester. Make sure it's cooked through. I have a breakfast bowl in here as well, so I'm going to get that at least out of the way. some hot water. Then I can move that in. And my cat, Smeagol, is now going to think he's going to get wet food because he associates me doing the dishes with wet food. That's his Pavlovian response right now. It's adorable, and he already got wet food today, so he's just going to have to deal with that fact. This is the crappy part of baking, by the way. The dishes. The fun parts are the actual baking and the eating of what you baked. Cleanup, not so much. Also, fun fact, my baking measuring cups and spoons are stainless steel, and when I was doing my cookie baking for Christmas, I actually cut myself on one of the measuring spoons while cleaning. Didn't know you could do that, but you can. They're dull edges. It was a real fun cut. Good times. Oh, there's the alarm. I'm pretty sure the cake is done. All right, dismiss that. Let me see if I can. I'll do that. Can I turn this up? Will it stay? Can I bring you in? We'll come off to the side ever so slightly because I don't want you to just get like full butt shot while I test this. All right, you can see the top is nice and cracked. That's what we want. I have a reusable cake tester. You can use a toothpick. Clean. Clean. Not clean. So it needs another couple of minutes. The edges are done, but the middle needs a little bit more. So I'm going to estimate maybe 2 minutes. Boop. And while it does that, back to dishes. Now I gotta clean this off anyways. Because I won't be able to tell if I try to use it dirty. Funny how that works. Whoop. Never fails. I always splitch myself with soap. Every freaking time. Sometimes I actually get hit. Sometimes it just goes on the floor. I actually grew up with a dishwasher, so I didn't get a rhythm for hand washing until I moved in with Seamus. Fun fact. And I can't wait until a dishwasher is once again in my life. All right, I hear you, timer. Let me rinse this bowl. Dismiss. Oop. And do the spinny sponge. And the tilty tilts. The nice thing is it's honestly really difficult to overcook this in such a short amount of time. Oven mitt, cake tester. It's still not 100% clean. See, we've given it 37. We're gonna go for another full 3 minutes. This is the tough part. On the plus side, though, there will be no dishes at this rate. And that is a plus for Seamus, because normally, if I bake, I ask him to wash the dishes. But I need something to do while I wait for it to finish. So... Also, Seamus got a USB extender out, and we moved the receiver a little closer to me, so hopefully the audio quality is better while I'm over here at the sink than it was. Bowl's empty. Dump out all the water that's in it. A little bit more soapies. Do 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 do. All right, I hear you, alarm. We're almost there. That does it for the dishes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. It's much better. Oh, good. All right, here's to hoping that the center is finally ready. I'm gonna call that 1 more minute. It's not quite right. It looks so good so far. Thank you, Tally. And we've got, now that it's started to, there we go, to sit for a little bit, you can really see that this has got thickness to it, like a gravy. This thickens up the rest of the way as it cools down. It tastes really good when it's warm too, but it's gonna be delicious. I guess I can, boop, now you can see my shiny, sweaty face as we wait. I do. This is by and far my favorite chocolate cake. Favorite. Hands down, no questions asked. I love this cake. And this is saying a lot because I find most chocolate cakes to be dry. They coat your mouth and they make you feel like, kind of like you got peanut butter in there, and it's just no good. There we go. It's clean. All right. All right. Cake's out of the oven. It needs a moment to cool. So this can be put away. Garbage can be put away. To facilitate this cooling, I'm going to bring it over onto the island, which is literally behind us. Ooh. That's what I want. Bum 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 bum. But yeah, you can see how much it rose, because this barely came up in the bottom before, and now it's like up there. Actually, if I'm smart, I'll put it on this side of the cord. So the reason why I'm bringing it over here is because it gets it away from the the heat from the oven. It will cool more effectively if it's not still absorbing heat from the oven. There it is. There it is. We're back. Oh, I needed that drink. I have a little bit of sploops to wipe up real fast off of here. Because I really want to cut into this bad boy. But ideally you should let things cool off. I'm excited. But I don't know if I should push it to show you guys what it looks like with the pudding sauce over the top of it, because I mean, it really should be allowed to cool for like a solid half an hour. You know what? We're not gonna push it, because that would be a bad idea. I'm having a brain thought, because we've only been live for an hour and a half. So even with hanging out with you guys and chat and everything, like, that's how long that cake takes. Hour and a half, bam, done, easy, no problem. So what if I put you guys on a BRB, I shut down the baking part, and we swap over and we play a little Pal World while we wait for this to cool, and then I can cut it and we can come back to it. How about that? Because I do want to share it, and I'm not quite ready to stop streaming. But obviously we're done with the baking portion. I think that might be the best idea. So, oh, I never turned the music back on. I'm sorry. So yeah, let me put you guys on a BRB. I will run the ads real quick. I don't know when they're supposed to be coming up anyways. We'll play a little bit of Pal World. That'll give the cake some time to cool, and then we should be able to cut into it, and I can show it to you before we do a raid.
Let's go.
You ever seen a blue to purple to pink afro before on a black guy? Nah, you gotta see it today.
Yo, that would be hot as fuck. Just saying.
I know. Okay, I love this person. I'm adding them. I'm sorry, you're getting added right now. Oh, and you're ginger. Oh, she's 10 out of 10.
Oh, God. He likes redheads.
Yeah, I'm a natural ginger.
Because red is the fucking ultimate color. All right,
Oh, God.
is the ultimate color. All right. My gym fit red. My fucking car red. My blood red. My eyes red. I need to work on that. I have eye drops. I need to work on that. I should not be red.
That escalated quickly.
Okay. Last time I stood outside of a window like this, I ended up on the list. Sorry, that's a really bad joke.
It's a really funny joke. Who are you kidding? I'll go check basement.
Alright,
He was thinking that much, honestly.
Nice booty.
God damn it.
Got a rack and a boner in the baby's room. Inappropriate. Fuck! I couldn't light it fast enough. It's a rev. I could not light it fast enough. I should have just left. Okay, you can waste that ballot. I am not gonna be upset. Gonna waste that ballot too. Except for I figured you would. Mind games, baby. Seamus wants a real shitty meal. What the fuck, Seamus? Listen, Virginia will protect you. Get out there. Virginia ain't afraid of no little cannibals. She will fuck them up. The amount of water that just yeeted out of your mouth. It's true, though. Virginia will protect him. Trying to spread the crucifixes out so that it's, easier to know. Double Jesus, double protection. That's right. It's like wearing 2 condoms. Except for, maybe not. Maybe don't do that. What was out? Oh my god. Papa! I got murdered by Ghosty Pants. I wanted to be its friend, and it said no. Rude. Us in this hang. We're buddies right now. I wonder how far I can fly with it. Did I... Oh... Okay, clearly I don't know how to use it.
I'm a bunny, so I'm cuter.
I'm a freaking Goomoss. Have you seen a giant Goomoss yet?
Yeah, they look like giant nipples.
I beg your pardon.
Goomoss look like giant.
Well, let me go in a second.
Well, I didn't want to recycle it like that.
Oh! Hell
Did you get Cody United? Did you get
That was not Virginia! That was not the sound of Virginia! Are you close? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? That was a ghost event? Oh my lord.
I want the big one.
It's already hunting.
How do I activate this?
Right click, but it's already hunting.
Your flashlight's on, isn't it? Yep, sure is.
Bye, guys. How did you not get killed?
You asshole! Quit doing that.
Wait, where's the music box? There it is.
All right, let's go. I have to launch the game still, but I've gotten myself resituated. Cake is cooling. Let's play some Pal World while we wait. I updated the title. I placed a stream marker so that I know to come back if I want to do anything with possible clips from the baking portion because I don't have the ability to place markers while I'm baking. But yeah, let's get back to Power World while we wait for things to cool down. Sable, thank you so much for contributing to the Phasmophobia Community Day Challenge. I appreciate it. Stream save. Did I start another solo player save? Yes, I did. I'm mildly addicted to this game, and by mildly, I mean completely and utterly obsessed. Alright, so where are we in here? We're level 26. We're done with the lambs, we're done with the cats, chickens. We need lift monks. Done with that, done with that. We need those guys, we're done with that. We need those guys. We need those guys. We haven't gotten Pen King yet. We need those guys. I would love one of them. We need Gumos. We need Vix. Holy shit, we need a lot of these guys. T-Fan's done. Premise is done. Alright, we can basically go to... We don't have a Mao yet? Oh, wow, we can go to fucking town. We can go to town! How many other people in here are obsessed with this game? It can't just be me. I'm pretty sure I've gotten Chillet. Yes. Yes, I have. Okay. You never played it, Glay? Well, you should. I bet you would no-life this in a heartbeat. Did I ever put my statue back in? I did not. So I actually want to do that. I never put the Statue of Power back in at this base. So I think it would look really good right here. And what I'm planning to do so that I don't have to make a big switch again is when I cut the cake, I'll do a BRB screen and then I will bring the cake back in here to show you guys. That's my plan. I think it's a decent one. You know what? I want a little cooking platform. It can be wood. Oh no, Tally! Oh, that sucks. That sucks a lot. Excuse me. Rebuild my cooking pots. Yeah, that would drive me crazy, Tally. Also, I hope you guys really like the new art for the Bake With Me stuff. My friend Paige, I commissioned her to do it for me. She's a phenomenal artist. She's the one who did my original artwork. So I recommissioned her to do more artwork. And I think it'll just really help tie it all together. Okay. That gets that going again. We've got some ingots here. Am I storing those in this area? I am. Bless you, Seamus. Okay. Okay. We've got a crossbow and 3... Okay. Okay. I have learned the beauty, by the way, of the musket very recently. Not going to use it just yet, but I've learned the beauty of it. Do we have a power generator? Yes, no, maybe so. You know, there's a fast way to check. Do I have a dude who makes power out? I don't, so that would be a no. And that's fine. Oh, duh, it's right there! Musket is great. It is pretty sweet. Do I have a party assembled? No. I don't have you in my party, Dazzy? Milpaca by moonlight. Where are my other party members? Well, we're gonna bring Spoopy with us. There's one. You normally bring Sparkit. I really like bringing Dazzy. Dazzy's a beast. Popping in between store errands? Nice, Carrie. Nice. Good luck with your errands. Oh, look, it's getting dark out. You know what that means? It means we're gonna go to sleep before we go out and adventure. Oh, shoot. I have the frickin' necklace. Do we have any eggs incubating? I don't know. You're down, one to go, but you're not driving? Ah, you got the hubby to do the driving. Do I have any eggs to incubate? I do. Get in there, egg. Alright, we don't actually want to bring Spoopy. The necklace is great and all, but if I'm going out capturing pals, I need to be careful to not end up with them dead because my friggin' folks are aggressive. Not the freaking necklace. Yeah, I like the necklace, but I hate the necklace. It's a double-edged sword. All right. We need... We were going after Azarobe. We need to make some proper spheres and try that again. Oh, yeah. I heard about that, Carrie, and it does seem to be affecting my ability to capture stuff, which is really frustrating. It's really, really frustrating. Which means that Seamus, who has gone all the way to level 10 with his Lift Monk effigies, is gonna be fucked. Hopefully they put a patch out for that relatively soon. Some really high-end balls right now? Yeah. It's brutal. Do not like. Do not like one bit. Oh, where's my F? Wait. I really hope that that is a quality of life thing that they bring into this soon is toggle. Because if I'm gonna have to sit here and do this because my pals just can't focus because I can't set priority, then I need the ability to take my hands off of the keyboard and do other things. But ideally what I would like for them to do is to set it up like RimWorld does it, where you can say, hey, your first priority is to do this, and if that's not available, then you go to this, etc., etc., so that you can make sure that somebody has the first priority in everything. So that then when I put spheres up to be made or whatever, a pal will automatically go and make it. Or if I have cooking to be done, a pal will automatically go and cook. It would be very beneficial. But I'm going to want the Gigaspheres, and I'm going to want the Megaspheres, and we're going after Azarobe. And we will not be... Like, we'll collect the Lift Monks, but we will not be turning in the effigies. Running around in sync, that's awesome. I haven't been on that server in a little bit. I'll have to get on eventually. You have 20? Oh my god, Glay. You just got tired and forgot that they were having a good bang session and left them to it. Oops. Our socks is slacking off. Oh my goodness. Yeah, see, the land ball comes and then the land ball leaves. If the land ball would just stay, this would go so much faster. Alright. We're off to see an Azarobe. Although I do kind of want that woolly pop. Oop, wrong thing. Wrong key! Thank you. I think we're heading the right way. Nope, it's on the other side. Just kidding. They put the ooh and ooh woo? Oh my goodness. I tell you what, that cake's gonna have to cool off pretty quickly because I am hungry for it. Alright, Celeries, you stay the fuck out of this. Oh my god, don't move. Yeah, there we go. Holy shit. Alright, Eddie Van Worm Halen, where are we going? I think that might be an effigy over there. We can go pick it up. Hmm. Let's go west. Let's go see what this syndicate camp has. That's dirty pool. Now, we've patentedly run away. Hey, the black marketeer in the wild. Let's go. Bye, bitches! Thanks for the bristla! Should we get another moo cow? Yeah! Mazarina! Either get captured or get dead. There's no other option. I might also need a nap. Holy crap. Suddenly getting very sleepy. You know what else I need? I also need to get B-Guard. Alright, I've already finished Whack on this one. Whacks tend to thwart me, so I forgot. I know we literally went over what I hadn't done, but I had already forgotten. I bet I need these guys, though. Oh, you... duh. Oop. Oh, that's awkward. But I caught it. We should probably just go find a fast travel, though. Have you ever been so distracted that you make dumb mistakes? Yeah, me too. I just want cake. Oh, it's a new fast travel point for me. Oh, it's this fast travel point for Fingalope. Back to base. We gotta let a couple of folks recuperate after all. Just curious. Yeah, see, we could go up to the next level, but there's absolutely no reason to with it glitched. Oh, hey. What did we get? Ooh, another Dazzy. Let's go. I also don't feel like the heating function for those works very well, so I don't bother with it. Unless it's like a huge egg where it's gonna shave off plenty of time, I don't bother. It's just literally not worth it for me. Is it in the other bin that I keep the wool? Probably. Yep, a nap's definitely gonna be happening. Holy crap. I got the sleepies. Quite often. Yes. I keep that sort of stuff in here. I still don't know how they're managing to put wood in my dresser. Don't know, is weird. I have unused stat points. We're working on attack. Means we also have technology to take a look at. I didn't realize I had unlocked the hip lantern. Let's fucking go. I love that thing. The thing that sucks is this needs like a higher area to be put in, and it just... It makes no sense. Alright, we'll do the sleeping thing to get the pals back awake. They can help me out with stuff. Get that built, get that built. Okay, we're good there on that. Not an important text message. I rarely get texts, so I always look. Especially since, for all I know, it was coming from, my booking software to say that I need more electric organs, okay. That I had somebody who had booked with me. In the meantime, then. It is awfully dark in here. I just want a little light. That'll help. Let them work on that. I want a hip lantern. Because let me tell you what, this makes life so much easier than the torch, in my opinion. Because then I don't have to worry about taking up a hand slot, I just have light. Fantastic. Let there be light, let there be light. Hey, a pal sphere. Take that. Put that in there. That. How many arrows do I have? 63. Cool. Yeah, I've got stuff in my inventory, so they should be able to eat. There he goes. What do we need to build the sphere assembly line? That's important. Ingots and nails. Make me 40 nails. Do I have the stuff to make ingots? No. So we need to do some mining real fast. Oh, excuse me. My body is struggling to make up a sleep debt, I think. Because I ended up, to flip my sleep schedule around, I basically ended up pulling like a 24-hour stint. And that was Friday. And then I only was able to sleep for a broken like 7 hours from Friday to Saturday, and then Saturday to Sunday it was another broken 7 hours. So I'm just like, I'm pretty sure I'm exhausted, but I haven't been able to really sleep, so I think my body has a debt that it's trying to make up and it's doing a terrible job at. Butler is a good miner, apparently. Alright. They're gonna work on that. My brain is trying to shut the fuck down. But that cake should also be cool enough that we can get a piece of it. So, I think I'm actually going to take us back to the main menu. I'm going to put you on a BRB. I'm going to go get a piece of that cake with some pudding sauce, and I'll come back and show it off. So, don't go anywhere. Cake reveal coming up.
I'm a bunny, so I'm cuter.
I'm a freaking goo moss. Have you seen a giant goo moss yet?
Yeah, they look like giant nipples.
I beg your pardon.
Goo moss look like giant nipples.
Nuh-uh. Look at this guy. He's adorable.
Giant nipple.
He's adorable.
Giant.
So we're giant nipples.
Nipple.
Look at how cute he is.
And look, it's probably squishy like a where a nipple is.
Boobs.
So, to quote a staff sergeant I knew in the army, he said, "You can't help where you come from, only where you're going to." So just because I say the trash cans are my ancestral home doesn't mean they're my home now.
Right,
How's
you've
that?
moved up to a dumpster. You've got more space.
Thanks for the fill, Dolan. Shouldn't say Dolan, but that's
It will. You know. English is my first language and also my worst language.
I feel that. Like, and the worst part is, I'm an English major with a minor in journalism, and I still fuck up things constantly.
Oh gosh.
It's sad, to say the least.
I feel that. Trying to spread the crucifixes out so that it's easier to know. Double Jesus, double protection. That's right. It's like wearing 2 condoms. Except for maybe not. Maybe don't do that.
57 followers, so I don't know. Doesn't make sense.
Jesus. I got out.
Heck yeah.
Wants a rare.
Who wants the bottom?
A bottom?
Oh, God.
Instead of a top?
Yeah. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Love you.
Is this play doing here?
I think you just made his month.
Don't worry, I'm picking up what you're putting down, Gizmo.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
It's your sister. Your subs. They demand to know where you are. You're supposed to be streaming. They want the stream. They want it. Check your snaps for the evidence. Bye. This is the kind of relationship I have with my sister. Milk detector. god! Oh my Jesus! It scared the shit out of me. Oh god. Heart, chest, damn it.
What are you doing up there, my dude? Like, hello? Get down from there.
Are you close? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? That was a ghost event? Oh my lord. I never found an invitation as a killer. Oh, you. Let's fucking go! It's fucking there! You Where the fuck did it go? Rain! I really thought the ghost was there and I was like, where the fuck is he? No, it's just rain. Just rain trolling me. I heard that though. It's a banshee! Well, we're done here.
He was thinking that much, honestly.
Nice booty.
Alright, I got the cake. Here it is. Ta-da! Isn't it gorgeous? And you can see after it cooled, this is the pudding sauce. It really it becomes puddingy. The cake fluffed up beautifully. It's just a little bit warm. I did take a moment to heat the pudding sauce up. Just because I like it a little bit warmer, rather than cold. You can eat the pudding sauce cold. You will have plenty of pudding sauce. Save it. Put it in the fridge. It'll keep for at least a week if the cake lasts that long in your house. Sauce. That's right, sauce. It's so good. So I'm going to go ahead, find somebody to raid so that I can sit and eat this cake, and then I'm going to take a nap. But I really appreciate you guys being here and hanging out. You just came. Oh my god. And just so that our raiding friends know what we were actually doing, I am going to switch my category back real fast. Because you know it'll pop up potentially. And then they'll be like, "Oh, you were playing Power World." And I'll have to be like, "Oh no, actually." So let's see who we've got on and doing things. Lots of people on, but what are they playing? Seamus, thank you so much for contributing to the Phasmophobia Community Day Challenge, friend. I appreciate it. Thank you for those raid messages. If you are subscribed, you can use the first one with the mandalas. If you are not subscribed, you can use the second one with the hearts. You know what? I'm going to take us from my real life baking to Honorous, who is doing basically pretend baking. She's speeding around in Plate Up. She just got back from vacation. She's super, super chill. 10 out of 10, wonderful person. So let us bring the love on over to Honorus, and I think it'll keep up with the chill vibes as well that we've got going on. Because I don't, like, I love all of my friends. I love everything that people are doing, but since I was doing something chill, I feel like it's only right that I bring you guys over to something that's a little bit more chill. And I don't remember if we've ever really gotten to raid Honorus before. So let's go ahead and say hello to Honorus. I will be back Wednesday, so long as my health holds up. I appreciate you guys being here, for hanging out, chatting with me. I hope that you enjoyed the baking stream. I will try to iron out hiccups as I go. If you have feedback, please drop it in the Discord, which if you're not already in there, you should be, because that's where the recipe is. Please check out me on other socials, and I will see you guys next time. Let's go say hello to Honorus. Bring those raid messages with you, and in the meantime, make sure you practice some self-care, look yourself in the mirror, and tell yourself that you love you, because you matter. Have a great one, friends. Bye-bye.